From a fantasy perspective, so your site, dynastynerds.com, very focused on the Dynasty platform format in fantasy. And so I dabble a little with Dynasty. I'm in multiple leagues of all sorts of different
Sure.
formats. But you've gone all in on Dynasty. Why is that? What drew you
Yeah.
to that format?
So even as a little kid, I was the guy that I would take like baseball cards and football cards and basketball cards, and I would line them up and I would create teams, and then I would write down stats of like the games that they play, like not even real games, like games I made up that they played. And then the NCAA football game just came back out after more than 10 years. But even when I was playing that as a kid, I would play the game some, but I cared way more about recruiting the players and building up the dynasty and all of these kind of things. So from a young age, I was really in that mindset of I always wanted to be like a GM. I always wanted to be like a GM. And I didn't even fully knew I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I think dynasty is probably for most of us average Joes the closest we'll ever get to being able to be a GM, because as much as I do enjoy redraft, and I genuinely do, I play in a couple redraft leagues that is fun. There's something that goes next level with Dynasty, because if you bomb that startup, well, now I'm in a hole for the next couple of years that I got to figure out how to dig myself out of, because I don't get to redraft a brand new crop of players next year. This is my team. So either from rookie drafts, the new incoming rookies, or by making trades, I have to figure out how to dig myself out of this. Or conversely, there's you do an amazing job of preparing preseason, and you get a guy in the ninth round that ends up being a stud, and you're like, but next year he goes to somebody else and I don't get him anymore.
That's right.
So I think for me, I think it's that small taste of being a GM is what really compels me to want to play in more and more dynasty leagues.
It's fun. All right. And you're helping dynasty managers all over make the right decisions. So encourage people to check out dynastynerds.com.